Hello and welcome again to my channel Jayla Bamba. This is Jamila, and as I have promised you, I am back with chapter 4 of Drug, the Science and Culture Behind Psychotropic Drugs. This chapter is titled The House of Sylvan Harmonies, and the focus is on the rise of USA pharmaceutical industry. The chapter is titled as such, The House of Sylvan Harmonies, which is an inscription in Chinese language on Eli Lilly's front door house in Indianapolis. He is the grandchild of Eli Lilly, the founder of pharmaceutical company Eli Lilly that's headquartered in Indianapolis. The inscription talks of his love of Chinese artifacts. He was a collector, and also his love for history. He was a member of the historical society in the region. It also commemorates his love for peace and harmony. The origin of Eli Lilly Company. Eli Lilly's wealth origin was his pharmaceuticals, a pharmaceutical company of which he was the president. Britain catered for America's medicinal need during colonialism. Once independent, USA had to step in and to immediately take over the market. The birthplace for pharmaceuticals was Philadelphia, where the Philadelphia College of Pharmacy was founded in 1821. Pharmaceutical companies then developed. Unlike Europe, they did not spring from the dye industry, but mostly from apothecary businesses. US companies sold patented medicine nostrums with exotic names and questionable and ineffective ingredients that were not revealed but kept secret. In places where German immigrants were prevailing, some pharmaceutical companies were started. They imparted their know how to the local chemical industry. Charles Pfizer, for example, a German immigrant, started his business in 1848. Bayer contributed to cater for the pharmaceutical needs of the whole world, and that included the United States, and it delivered its products to New York and New Jersey subsidiaries. Squibb was founded in New York in 1859, and the College of Pharmacy in New York was also founded at the same time. The pharmacology business expanded. The first Eli Lilly was established in 1838 in Baltimore by Gustavus and Esther Lilly of a family of Swedish origin. They moved to Greenfield, Indiana. Eli Lilly opened a pharmacy in 1861. After his education at the DePaul University, he got involved in civil war and many other issues. Then his wife died of malaria after the war. He returned to Midwest after he had attempted a few businesses here and there. He went back to pharmaceuticals. He decided this time to manufacture drugs. In 1876, the ex-army colonel, he was 38, started a small pharmaceutical business on Pearl Street, downtown Indianapolis. It sold Bear's Food, Black Hole, Crampback, Hardhack, Scallop, Sea Rock, Worm Seeds, Screwvine, and Wahoo. And as you might have noticed, it's similar to what you could have found at an apothecary shop. The difference is just it was packaged. In addition, that his products were labeled as ethical drugs. It means the ingredient was this time was stated clearly on the products, which makes a huge difference. Eli Lilly's first big achievement was Sulcus alteran. It was marketed as a remedy for venereal disease. The drug was a mixture of bamboo briar, Queen's Delight, burdock root, poker root, prickly ash, etc., by a Dr. Sims from Montgomery. Eli Lilly secured the right to this drug or this apothecary products and made $1 million out of it, as has been mentioned in the book. Eli Lilly marches on. In 1897, Eli Lilly was already a wealthy man in the field with a reputation of having started research. He had a few scientists. After his death, his son Josiah Kirby Lilly Sr., also known as J.K. Sr., took over. His enrollment in a 2 year course of pharmacy um, in Philadelphia, at Philadelphia College of Pharmacy, introduced him to research in the field. Eli Lilly was the first to develop new methods for mass producing gelatin first, gelatin coated capsule medicines to USA. The company was described as the largest capsule factory in the world in an article published in 1917 by Scientific American. In 1919, J.K. Sr. announced the company was going to create a department of experimental medicine. And this makes a huge difference. And it's also because it announces the arrival of insulin, as we are going to see in this section, the start of the arrival of insulin. J.K. Sr. hired George Henry Alexander Claus, a renowned British chemist with extensive pharmacology training in both UK and Germany. He was appointed head of the new Department of Experimental Medicine. In 1921, Claus attended a meeting at Yale University held by the American Physiological Society. The paper was presented by MacLeod, Banting, and Best from the University of Toronto on the beneficial influences of certain pancreatic extracts on pancreatic diabetes. They named the extract insulin. Most scientists in the audience were skeptical and did not approach them, except for Claus, who approached the researchers and suggested a collaboration. His offer was initially declined, but the Canadian scientists encountered difficulties to meet their production, their goal for mass production, and they contacted him and entered in agreement with Eli Lilly. This was another paradigm shifting breakthrough, as the author states. The scientists were Nobel Prize for their development of such life-saving med, and Eli Lilly profited and gained respect. Eli Lilly Jr. takes the reign. Eli Lilly was one of the two sons to J.K. Sr. He is the grandchild to the first Eli Lilly. He was born in 1885. He graduated from the Philadelphia College of Pharmacy in 1907. As you have noticed, he was quite young. He got 2 children who died at infancy from his first marriage. He got remarried after his divorce and had a daughter he had to disinherit for reasons there's no time to delve into, and created the Eli Lilly Foundation, a charitable trust, largest of its own kind. Eli Lilly attended a meeting that went between his father, Eli Lilly, and the Canadian scientists that had them contracts with those about insulin. He gradually developed a sense of business as he got more involved in research administration in 1920s. He took over his dad's position, The company had become more involved in the development of new therapies with specific chemical identity and pharmacological profile. Insulin was the first of these therapies. Then came Amital, first produced barbiturate in US, ephedrine, a stimulant, and vasoconstrictive liver extract to treat anemia. The company was so well run that no layoffs happened during the Depression. The company has become number one worldwide by the time Eli Lilly died in 1977 and has introduced very important drugs, antibiotics, cardiovascular, and cancer medicines. In 1977 was also the year Eli Lilly presented fluoxetine Prozac, a drug that had made over $1 billion that same year. Now I will stop here. I decided actually to, um, because it's a long chapter and there's lots to assimilate and digest. So I just talked about Eli Lilly Pharmaceuticals and its development, its role of marketing insulin and other drugs, and we're going to see their role in producing antidepressant, namely TCAs and SSRIs. In the second session or second in the next episode, I'll be talking to you. I'll be presenting the rest of the chapter on these medications, and I might develop two into two parts. Well, I'll close it on these terms and wish you a good night and see you another time. Bye bye.